Now students, part 4 of this. So this is my east elevation. I've got my concrete panels nicely set up there. I've got my glazing here and on the ground floor and up there. And if we do 3D, that's kind of how that's looking there now. Okay, something like that. Now, couple of things. We put materials, associated material properties with each of the panels. So I'm going to pick on a panel, I'm going to edit type, and we've got our material options here. So this is nice now, so you can have a little play around with this. And again, just be subtle with the colors. So the concrete base, I'm going to take that concrete panels there and I'm just going to make it all white. Okay, so solid fill, all white. I'll go okay for that. The inscribed option, I might do something a little bit different with that. So I'm going to duplicate this and I'll do concrete panels. Okay, concrete panels inscribed, and I want to get a kind of a nice kind of color scheme, so I think I'll go with a gray for that. All right. Okay, and now the glazing. I've got some good glazing already here, so there's glass and there's glass blue tinted. So I'm going to leave it at that kind of blue, which will blend in with the other blue that I have already. Okay, and then the window frame, we can go, if we want to, go a little bit strong on the window frame. So back up to, I'll take a paint finish for that one. So paint, and I'll duplicate and I'll do paint. Window frame, and in the foreground we'll take a solid color, and here I'm going to take and again kind of an olive green. Apply, okay, and apply, and okay, and now so we've got a little bit of color going on in there. Let's go back to my east elevation. All right, I'm going to throw some shadows on this now. Now you can see how that's kind of jumping out very nicely. If I zoom in a bit, yeah, I wanted that panel kind of white, not grey. So I'm not sure if it's the way the lighting is, or and the way things are orientated there, but that should be coming up a little bit whiter, I would have thought. So let's just check it and see. So the concrete panels, main one there, yeah, I definitely have white in here. Okay. Interesting enough, for the cut pattern, I'm going to do a solid, and I'm going to do the light grey there. And I'll show you why I'm doing that now in a second. Let me just chance my arm here and just drag out this a little bit. So 243, 243, okay. Apply. Okay, okay. Now, not much of a difference there, and I think it's the way that the building is orientated that the reason I'm getting they're not coming up as white as I want them to be. I'll resolve that anyway. Anyway, that's not bad. All right, so I get a nice kind of definition there for the shadow, a little pop of color there. We could always, again, go a little bit darker in the concrete or something like that if that's the way you wanted to do that. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to go to my first floor plan, and you can see here's my panels here. right? And I'll go over to this side here. Here's my panels here. Now you can see that in the cut, that's where the grey is kind of coming up in terms of the cut here. So I'm going to hit TL on the keyboard. Now you can see what happens. Oh my god. Alright. So we don't want blobs like that to print out. So there's two ways we can do this. One is to select the panel and go override graphics in view by element. And here's the cut lines. And you can take the weight down to 1. Apply. Alright. Now that's something there. It's still not brilliant. So what we need to do is go up to manage and into object styles here. Into curtain panels. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so there's a lot of kind of heavyish lines here. Now again, one of the reasons those heavy lines are coming up is because we're at that scale of 1:125. If it was at a 1:20 scale, it wouldn't be as thick here, but we've got to find that balance in between the two. Okay, so it's the cut here that's kind of causing a bit of a problem. So I'm not sure if that'll do the trick, will it? No, not really. The curtain wall mullions are at 5 in projection and 2 in the cut. Let's bring those down to 1. Okay, now I can see the mullions there. Those lines on the wall are kind of quite heavy as well here. So maybe if I go into the panel, okay, so let's tab and select the panel and edit the family here, and we go to the reference plane and we hit TL on the keyboard here. Right, now they're working quite well. See the scale, that's the problem there. At a 1:20 they work perfectly, but at a 1:200, well, even 1:100, you can see how thick those kind of lines are there, you know. So but let's try this anyway. So I can get into manage here and object styles, and well, look, everything is down to ones here. So they're all at the minimum. Okay, so that's not going to help me. Right, so curtain wall mullions. Right, now rectangular mullions. So let's just try that again. Let's go into manage here, back into object styles, and let's find out these curtain wall mullions. Let's open up these, see what we've got. So definitely down to 1. Let's just bring this down to 2 for crack and see. And I've definitely got a 1 there. Alright, and apply. There you go. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit more definition on those. Okay. Now that's definitely a little bit better in terms of showing up here. Alright, so you can have a little trick around with that. Now remember that object styles here, these are global parameters. So this is going to affect the elevation as well now. In terms of the mullions and the thickness that are here. Let's go TL here and TL again. Yeah, so, but that's not bad. That's okay. That's kind of working for me there. All right. Okay, so let's go back into the 3D here. Now, what happens at the gable ends? All right. What happens at the gable ends? So basically, what I've done here is I created a curtain wall. I did the exact same thing. I divided up based on the grid lines and the levels, and I put in a couple of extra ones here, and I use the for the panel for the moment. I just use the system solid panel. I'll just undo that, edit type, and materials. So it's got an offset of that. The thickness is 60, a little bit thin. So I'm going to up this to 125 maybe. Yeah, 125. Okay, and I'm going to give it a pattern of concrete panels, wasn't it? Cast in place. Concrete panels, right? There you go. Okay, okay. Now, so they've got proper material on them. Let's just pop into the plan here and take a look at those again. So I'll go to the first floor plan here, and there they are there. Now the heavy line there is the curtain wall, and so there's TL on the keyboard here. I'm just going to use my, again, my little arrow keys just to shift that out a little bit. And you can see for the mullions I use the I use the 25mm radius there as well. Okay. Now I'm still left with kind of a corner here, so I'm going to try something on the far side here. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to do architecture into wall here, curtain wall side gable. Now remember, I did a duplicate here. Okay, so I duplicated because I don't want the same panels repeating in here. So these are edit type, and the system panel is solid. All right. Now I'm going to see if I can come around the corner. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to come down here. Okay, and I'll come around the corner there. So let's see how that works. For me, you always get that little joint at the end there. We might be able to get around that. So let's go to, that would be the south elevation, I think. 3D here, let's go around the corner here. Now there is that panel there, all right. So I'm going to drag this all the way down to there, and all the way up to here. Okay, and south elevation, something going on with that elevation there. Okay, yeah, so you can see if I go to the south elevation, getting cut through the building, which is not right. So just be aware of this. I'll go back to the site and pick on the elevation tag, hit the arrow key, and if you notice, look, we have a second elevation marker underneath that. So I'm going to click the nose of that one, and that's why I'm getting that cut through there. Now I can go back to the south elevation here. All right. Okay, and that's perfect. So curtain grid. Yep, down there, and let's cut it, smack it in two, and then we do that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, and escape into mullions. Make sure it's the 25mm radius. All the grid lines, boom, and it's in place there. All right. Now let's just get into the 3D. So you notice that I still have that kind of funny corner thing going on there. All right, and what I might do just to solve that is in a mullion, I'll go for that quad mullion maybe. I don't know if this will work or not. There it goes. All right. Okay, so yeah, it's basically telling me that it doesn't like the other one for some reason. Anyway, whether we come up with a special panel for that, there you go. This is what we're going to do. Back into modify and into our match properties, pick that one, there you go, and we can go the whole way up here now. Actually, I'm going to show you a quick way to do this rather than doing it like that. I'll come over to the other side. Okay, right, so I'll pick the mullion here, I'll right click and go look, select mullions along the horizontal grid, wrong one, the vertical grid it should have been. So this one, select mullions along the vertical grid. Oh, it's going to pick them all, I don't want to do that either, so pick that one, swap it out for the quad, and then we'll just use our and like so, just go up there. Now, whether this is going to do the trick or not, I don't know. Okay, but it's getting us somewhere close anyway. So let's go back to the first floor plan, and we get in here. We've got that arrangement there, and again, I can take that quad mullion, I can duplicate it, and I can give it a concrete material finish there as well. Now, so let's go into our 3D. So there is the west side, the north and south gables, and here is the east side here. Okay, and let's just go to the east elevation, and there with the nice little bit of shadow on it, giving you the kind of pop there. Last thing to be done here is to get our door, revolving door in position there, and I'll do that. You should be able to do that yourselves, but I'll do that another day.